Good morning students. Today we will learn about strength of an acid and base and then the pH scale and last the importance of pH in our everyday life. Okay. So first we will start with the strength of acid and base. How will we get to know about the strength of acid and base? We know acids release H plus ion whereas base release OH ions. So the strength of acid and base depends upon the number of H plus ion. More the number of H plus ion, the substance will be more acidic. Okay, more the substance will release OH ions, more the substance will be basic. Okay, so more H plus ion, the substance will be more acidic. Okay, so next, what is pH scale? First, we should know what is the full form of P. P means potence. Potence means it's a German word. It means it's power. So power of hydrogen. pH scale. pH scale is the number which indicates the acidic or basic nature of the solution. It will tell about either the solution or substance is acidic or it's basic. So its values varies from 0 to 14. Okay. 0 to 7 is highly acidic and after 7 to 14 is basic, or you can say alkaline. Okay, so it's clear to you. So now you can say the pH value and the 7 is neutral. Okay, so you can say that the pH value, pH 7. More, if the pH value is more than 7, then it will be basic. pH value is more than 7, that it will be basic, and if the pH value is equal to 7, that will be neutral, and pH value is less than 7, then that will be acidic. Okay, so this is about the pH scale. So the gastric juice, I told you the gastric juice, or you can say the HCl, which used to help in the digestion of food, or you can say which helps to for the further breakdown of the food. Okay, so we will learn few pH values of few things. Like gastric juice is about 1.2 pH. 1.2 pH means it's less than 7, then it will be acidic. Lemon juice, it will be, the pH is 2.2. Okay, so now lemon juice is 2.2. Water, you can say the water is having pH is 7.4. Slightly alkaline. Water or blood, you can say it's slightly alkaline in nature. 7 is the neutral value. 0.4, it's slightly alkaline in nature. The pH value 7.4. And you say the milk of magnesia. What is milk of magnesia? It's an antacid. When we are having the problem of acidity, we should take this milk of magnesia. This is an antacid which used to neutralize the acidic medium. So the milk of magnesia, the pH will be 10. Okay. So you should learn a few pH values of these important substances. Often it comes in the exams. Okay. So clear. This is about the pH value. So students, more the H plus ion concentration, the value of pH will decrease, because H plus ion increases means acidic values increases, means the substance will be more acidic, then definitely the value of pH will decrease. And if OH ion increases, then definitely, if the concentration of ON ion increases, then definitely the pH value should be in between 7 to 14, because OH ion represents the basicity, or you can say the alkaline substances. Okay, so this is about the pH value. Now we will study about the importance of pH in everyday life. Okay students, now we will study importance of pH in everyday life. First, the plants and animals are pH sensitive. We all living organisms are very much pH sensitive. We are having only narrow range of pH where we can survive. That is, the living organisms can survive in between the 7 to 7.8 of pH. Okay. Below this narrow range, below this range we can't survive, or above also it's difficult to survive. So there is a very narrow range of living beings where they can survive easily. That is 7 to 7.8. Okay. So like the pH of rain. Sometimes you heard about the acid rain, no? So when acid rain occurs, that acid rain, the pH will become of the acid rain. The pH of acid rain is about 5.6. Where definitely 5.6 acid rain is very harmful. The acid rains flow into the rivers. It will harm the aquatic life, as well as you also heard that acid rains also damage the buildings or the machineries, or okay. So this pH values, definitely it should be between 7 to 7.8. Next, pH of soil. For a healthy crop production, each and every the pH value of soil has to be maintained for healthy crop production. It should be like 6.0 to 7.0. Most of the plants will grow very healthy, but in between the range 6.0 to 7.0. But often in few plants we see that slightly, if we are slightly increasing this range, or you can making the soil range slightly acidic, few plants grow more efficiently, or grow more efficiently in below the pH range, like that is in the acidic, slightly acidic medium. Okay, usually all plants grow in between 6.0 to 7.0. Okay, next, pH while selection of the fertilizers also. Okay, when we are putting the fertilizers to the crop, we should regulate the pH. Okay, we should know what is the pH of soil, then only we can add the fertilizer to the soil. Okay, for the healthy crop production. Now the pH in our digestive system. Students, we all know the stomach produces hydrochloric acid, HCl, for digestion of for further digestion of food, or you can say for further breakdown of food. So HCl, obviously the HCl is secreting in the stomach, and it is not harming the stomach. Why it is not harming the stomach? Because in the inner lining of stomach, the mucus is secreted. Due to this mucus, the HCl is not harming the stomach. So now the pH of that HCl is in between 1.5 to 3.5. Okay, for digestion of food, or you can say for break. This is the normal value of pH of this is the value of pH of our stomach. That is HCl. That is the that pH value of HCl. Okay, between 1.5 to 3.5. Now the HCl is not harming the inner lining of the stomach due to the secretion of mucus. But if we are not taking the food at time, and it's getting more and more up our stomach, or you can say during indigestion, the stomach produces too much acid. Okay, too much acid, and this causes, sometimes you feel pain and irritation in your stomach due to this highly acidic medium, due to this indigestion. So you can one remedy is there. You can often you, when you are feeling the acidity in your stomach, you take the antacids, or you take that Eno. Why are taking antacids? Because they used to neutralize the acidic medium that is produced due to this HCl. Okay, so the antacid neutralize the excessive acids. So milk of magnesia, just now only told you about the milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia is an antacid of pH value 10. Okay, when you are taking milk of magnesia or antacid, you can neutralize the effect of acid. Okay, so you can get rid of that stomach ache or pain or irritation. Next, pH can cause the tooth decay. So the tooth decay starts when pH of mouth is lower than 5.5. Tooth enamel, we all know the tooth enamel is made up of calcium phosphate. That is the hardest substance in the body that does not dissolve in water, but they do corrode. Okay, when the pH value is lower than, or you can say that when the pH value of mouth becomes below or lower than 5, below than 5.5, because if we are not brushing our teeth and the food deposits, it's get accumulated in your tooth, in your teeth, definitely after some time it will release acid in your teeth, and if the that bacteria, definitely it will get started decomposing in your teeth, and due to that bacteria will there, bacteria will produce there. So bacteria present in the mouth produce acid by degradation of sugar and food particles, definitely remaining in the mouth after eating. Clear? You are eating the food and you are not cleaning the food, so whatever the remains are left in your mouth start degrading. If they start degrading, that is due to the bacteria. And now the bacteria, what will happen? The bacteria, definitely the pH value of mouth get lower down, and it will get lower down into 5.5. So they will, so definitely the teeth will get furrowed, or you can say the teeth will get started decaying. So the best way to prevent this tooth decaying, you should clean your teeth regularly. You should brush your teeth regularly to prevent this decaying of food in your mouth. Next, self-defense by animals and plants through chemical welfare. You often heard sometimes the ants sting you, or honeybees sting you. That is, they release methanoic acid. Methanoic acid, or HCOOH. That is methanoic acid. Methanoic acid. Or you can say the methanoic acid as formic acid. Both are same. Or formic acid. So the ant sting or honeybee sting consists of an acid called as methanoic acid or formic acid. Okay, so what you should do, to neutralize this effect of acid, you should apply the baking soda into it. When you are applying the baking soda to it, baking soda is basic in nature or alkaline in nature. It will neutralize the effect of acid. Okay. So the nature, you also heard about the nature provides neutralization process. Sometimes this neutralization process occurs naturally. Okay, occurs naturally, like in the forest regions. In the nettle is a herbaceous plant. Nettle. Okay, nettle is a herbaceous plant which usually often grow in the wild. In the forest areas, nettle is a grow in a wild. These leaves have the stinging hairs. Okay, it's a hairy. The leaves consist of the hairs. That is stinging hairs. This consists of methanoic acid or formic acid. Okay, so if you just touch that leaf accidentally, it will started paining over there, or irritation start over that area. So the traditional remedy of this nettle plant is to rubbing the area with the dock plant. With the dock plant. Okay, you have to rub that area with the help of dock plant. That it provides a neutralizing effect. It will neutralize the acidic effect of nettle. Usually it grows behind the this dock plant grow behind this nettle plant. Okay, so this is a natural remedy, so you can neutralize the effect. So a few natural resources like vinegar. I just want to tell you about some naturally occurring acid, like vinegar consists of acetic acid, orange consists of citric acid, tamarind consists of tartaric acids, whereas tomato consists of oxalic acids. Okay, sour or curd consists of lactic acids, lemon consists of citric acid, and ant sting or nettle sting consists of, now only I told you, methanoic acid or formic acid. Okay, so here the topic is finished.